Exactly where we're going as well. Naden off the door, dycha has opened it up, and we're into game. We'll have sound and everything running in just a second, because down goes the first. And it looks like they're actually just pressuring topside. 2 Ts make it 3 are in. And we'll be hearing it shortly, I'm sure.
Could just be us again, Alex. You never know about these things. But 1xbet odds here quite, well, just favouring forZe. It is a fast top here from ENCE. And a retake underway. No utility remaining here. It is just going to be the bullets. Gooshed on up. Zorte in a little bit of trouble. KENSI's found one. Time now, halfway ticked.
Okay, Spinx is in a power position. KENSI's relieved a lot of the stress, and Flit trading does put it all onto Snappi. No armor. Bomb's planted for him, and they're closing the gap. If he could just play time, he's going to get double swung. Does he rot enough time off the clock? I have no idea. I can't hear it.
I'm pretty sure. All right, well, this is like, we have one of our sensors muted right now, guys. We'll do our darndest.
Hyper aware of how annoying. Util usage out of forZe, it will slow down ENCE. They have to respect that. They have to.
They want to send them over towards Flit, you would hope, right? He's the guy with the M4 here. And there he goes. He picks up one just through the smoke on towards ramp. Zorte dinked on down. Lots of pressure now.
Yeah, the jig is up. They've seen the M4. They're trying to nade and finish off Zorte, and descending into that low site. He'd love a frag. One. Just take one on the way in. And he has. Knocks the head off of Hades. Low HP already onto dycha, so he's very vulnerable and susceptible to that scout should he expose himself. Spinx trying to retreat, actually back up the ramp. Very indecisive, and they've lost Doto's lobby lurk. This has fallen apart completely for ENCE.
Are they saving? Or are they going to give this a crack? Because if they go in through hut, almazer's here.
Yeah, I mean, they'd just be feeding the beast at this point.
It's a save. It has to be a save. All right, a bit of robbery there from forZe. So we had a bit of confusion in the first few rounds of play, but we've caught up now. And forZe, yeah, with these back-to-back buy rounds.
You can't believe the space he's been given. Perhaps by design, almazer can't contest the plant. Spinx is already getting it down.
They're choosing to play retake. Look how much util they're holding onto here.
Okay, well, that's worked wonderfully for the first. Jerry corralling from main, and Zorte to pack him up. It's time for that util, though. CD is looking for some of his own. They are completely dry on nades. The Snappi flank could be everything. They're setting up to execute through heaven. If Snappi was to strike, this could ruin everything. He sees KENSI a sitting duck. They'll have to deal with him. There's not enough time to go for a defuse. You might just have to cut your losses. almazer lucky to be alive. Now losing the AK. Will take another for his trouble, but yeah, ENCE will make it 3, and that's a very punishing round to lose. And with a silencer, he could be good for a couple. Oh, one slips under. Takes him long enough that dycha keeps us level, and the bomb is descending as it currently stands. There's only one man there, and KENSI, a missed shot. Won't get many more opportunities like that. dycha actually choosing to pull the plug, and it's going on there. A real opportunity goes awry. He hits it through the door instead. He says play on, and perhaps dycha now feeling the pressure. Jerry to swing the door open on next sound cue. It's a fake. Jerry does not bite. Oh, he does. And it results in his demise. Spinx given a chance, but it's dycha to come up clutch. 2 half-health members of forZe. And already he's isolated the first. almazer booked KENSI's deagle. It was a way into this round. Will it be a way to close? The answer's no. dycha good for the quad. And a 1v2.
50s util, they're even whipping out MP9s now in some of these lighter buys. And thing is, someone has to get them. They're the hardest rounds to win, and well, some of these apparently back into top. Spinx opens things up. The back tens cannot be stopped.
Not again. Zorte's overwhelmed. Molotov'd off. They have to respect it. And ENCE already. Look at the clock, Chad. 1 minute 33, and dycha isn't even sweating as he plants.
Yeah, this is just no dramas, right? And that buy right there from forZe, it didn't feel like it had everything they needed, right? Light on, and I don't want it.
I know you love your Julies. Why don't you go full util Julies, bro? Treat yourself.
But the thing's just less of an international mix here. But here we go. The util out to stop the top rush. One deep towards Squeaky, and that's enough to set Zorte up for a find. But in they go.
Wow, this is brave. Spinx feeding Zorte more. This is the first we've seen an AWP be the answer, the remedy to this top presence from ENCE, and descending the vent. Zorte firing off pot shots.
Still can get out of control. There's nobody lower right now for forZe.
Yeah, and the bomb has gone down. Hades would need this kill. Oh, it's just shy. Trims the ear hairs of Flit.
This is costly. So yeah, it's one way to deal with things. It's not a way that's going to get Snappi anything at all. So KENSI grabs one.
Fast. Behind them comes Jerry. Oh, sound cue, no fun. but into the site, and now the heads have been hit. Already the bomb going down. This is like the Snappi speed, man. Bomb planted at 1 minute 33. Again, this time the lower.
Very valuable for forZe. Hades, are you going to clear close?
A part of the process if someone was just saying, no, that's a stupid idea, undermining you, and bang. zorte, 1 for 1. Hades, he just couldn't believe his luck. A back turned on zorte's retreat, no util to bail him out, and we find ourselves in a very early 4-on-4, and they're just dry crossing. KENSI should catch one if Hades doesn't beat him to the punch. A weird lay of the land for our mid-round here, Chad. Everyone across secret side, almazer aware, so the CTs are plugged into it.
Flit's already lower.
Rotated in. I always find this exchange quite interesting. Do they boost? Do they just run across? Or do you just hit the first bullet out of your AK? That works too.
That definitely works. Molly the vent rotation, drop a smoke to safely plant. Bomb going down in a minute, so still quite early for some of the games we do here. And Jerry, seeing what he can find here, and I'm going to say it's going to be a hard fight to win against dycha, especially now. More nades coming his way.
Oh, now almazer's made things interesting. By finding dycha pushed up, Hades has to activate on the decon door. Plant is good for him, so he can't get caught out. And oh, the clear from almazer, making a round out of this. Bomb plant, not ideal for you, Doto, and they are holding it. I think he hoped the glass break would stop it, but instead it's diffused under their nose, and it was almazer with it all. He saves for...
I can't believe he hit that shot again onto KENSI. Oh, they're going in.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it on the jiggle. He should be planning out here.
I think the molly missed.
And as the dust starts to settle, Flip pushes the lobby, re-aggresses into Snappi. Oh, I thought Hades had him every day of the week. It puts Doto into a real dire situation. forZe are going to close this gap here. Lobby aggression. And good adjustment, but the dink from the M4 puts Doto on.
He's just saving.
Maybe.
Because they could have to start running now. Okay. Gave it a crack. Gave it a try. forZe here. So here we go. Back to the top rushes.
The util is definitely there, but the flashes, oh dear. KENSI's only good for the one. Even Jerry completely pushed and forced out of mini. 2 from the heaven position. I'm getting flashbacks from those previous rounds. The flash is good. The trades are better. dycha does manage to dismantle the AWP in heaven, and now Jerry last of fall. There you have it, another Snappi.
The way things are approached on the other side of things, but out ramp they go. Space taken. Spinx hiding as Snappi draws them on in, not looking in his direction. Spinx, he's not able to get anything. The third finally picked on up, and well, I think it's just KENSI now to fall. Later trap at ramp. Couldn't have worked better. KENSI gets a snappy one, but there it is, 11.
And so here we go, the slow, that was one of their 2 flashes. almazer looking the wrong way, Doto unloads, and zorte trying to dip his toe here into ramp, but he's already been dispatched of Hades. Softens him up for Snappi, and his last 2 have been scouted out here in the ramp position. A nice adjustment from dycha. We'll wrap things up, put a bow on it. Surprise the left peak, he's...
Oh, tucked away from it now.
Accidentally. Maybe his angles will be held here. Yeah, Spinx will confirm there was aggression. And you've got some space, I suppose, and KENSI should be threatening. almazer should have a gap, and he's pipping it, looking the wrong way, just in the corner.
Blind spot,
yeah,
huh?
Perfect blind spot from Spinx. And now survival is his priority, and zorte will collect a freebie. KENSI walking a little lackadaisical, and zorte now doesn't get a chance to get even close to the site. So yeah, I mean, felt very thoughtful.
They have been able to get across to secret. They've even got the opening, so zorte, there you go. He's opened up the account. He's taken out dycha, that's a big find.
Yeah, he actually immediately started to try and return to ramp. So if Snappi is aware... Oh, zorte with more impact for the boys. Doto's filled the gap, though, and this element of surprise could catch him. He's been very audible about his return to lobby, and so that could result in another catch. Spinx is down 3v2. Hades to hold on to this top site, and already deals with the first threat. zorte now forced into a bit of a tight situation and cleared by Doto. Problems for forZe. All that hard work round to transpire. They're spread out enough. And it will be ENCE finishing things off. It's a domination on their map pick, 16-5. A quick dismantling, and now preparing to see if forZe can make their 7 more standard Mirage Ws.
They know this is a fake. Nobody from ENCE has moved.
Oh, and they'll collect the first. Almazer has made it costly, and now the fake, well, they're spotted out Flip crossing into the site. They haven't seen the bomb. KENSI will reveal it shortly. Oh, they still haven't seen it. It doesn't matter for dycha. He's only just contended with the A-Lurk.
If anybody I wanted in this situation, it would be dycha. Had a great nuke here. Let's see. He's been hitting some snappy shots. 2 to find. Flit up close and personal needs to be the first.
All right, Flip, you got anything for us? And the answer is a resounding yes. Couple of bullets to the belly. One positions to even deploy them. Almazer's in sandwich with his zorte. He's called upon to try and clear this dark position. There's a problem now on connector. Flit with nothing to report, and it's just disastrous for forZe. They lose it all. And
Nice if he is here.
yeah, he's hoping to catch someone on that bench position. And KENSI's heading there now. Bang! Problems again for forZe. They've lost 2 prongs.
Above you here, you're both in the same place in the Counter-Strike world, and you're just being absolutely owned. And let's continue more of that punishment. They're fighting, they're flashing, they're fragging, and they are just absolutely dismantling forZe right now. I know the score's only 5-2.
2 months since they last lost a Mirage, and that was in overtime fashion. forZe, this is unfamiliar territory to be this far down this early into a Mirage. And things are starting to at least correlate into a bomb plant. I say that, smoke jungle, and the bombs arriving late through ramp.
It's more like it.
It's good util usage. You can see what it's done to the CTs. If they have CT, which remains to be seen, looks like the flash was perfectly timed, a bit of a team one. But yeah, zorte's bodyguarding. 2 CT is the call. Zorte should have another here and does collect forZe just as we asked where they are. They show us they've still got some fight left in them.
This is their first full gun round with everything.
Yeah.
Like, that's round 9. That's their first full gun round.
Well, I wanted to talk about it. I'm actually a bit concerned this is going to be a big one because D has already caught KENSI's aggression, and if forZe just full here...
Good trade.
Yeah, Spinx has already managed to put almazer down elsewhere. That was just on that
Jerry
long,
can
short
ruffle
line.
this.
I mean, they're not expecting him now. Hades is pushed up aggressive. Oh, they're both going to strike. This could work out wonderfully. I don't think he saw him. Default to be cleared. The sound will bait Doto looking the wrong way. But where is Jerry? Where is Jerry? Oh, no, and he's fired off a warning. Defensive smoke keeps him alive, and Doto's played himself there beautifully. Poor Jerry, left with nothing. No respite. And as I was saying, ENCE now 7 to the... But he should be set for some success. Oh, so blind and found. Doto, however, combines with Spinx, and every time I think I have something to celebrate for forZe, it's so short-lived.
Yeah, it's a kill and dead, and then they are on the receiving end of the trade, and at that point, well, they no longer have the number advantage. Now we just sit here, even with this space. Just take a look at that red blinking thing on your radar in the top left. That is no...
Clear. Hades, however, survives. 2 now from CT for them to contend with, and no smoke and no orb either. Hades, more impact from his AWP and just his patience.
Oh, it is ENCE.
Yeah, I mean, we turned over some rocks and we did find some worms, but now Spinx is a dead man, actually tucked in with the worms, 6 feet under. Almazer's through, trying to be the hero we know he can be. Won't leave the one, though. And so a man advantage for forZe. Right in front of Doto's nose. zorte doing so. Tries to partner his bullets up with the HE. Jerry's posted up to deal with Hades here. Should be all good.
Hurt him.
And an adjustment from Hades. Jerry neutralized. Problems for forZe. zorte needed the headshot and has found it. Call it 4. It's something for forZe.
Across here, the cross smoke with a flash, and it's just an A hit.
Off we go. Jerry ready to receive. And no contact. It's a very quick turnover on this A site because now, I mean, unless they don't have CT control. Oh dear. Flit's got 2 in a row. They were lined up for him. And their hopes and dreams of a open and shut pistol fall apart. That's great from Flip. Timing on his CT fight could not have been better. They didn't have the control. And I mean, it's one of the worst case scenarios is when you're planting, you just get it down and then lose 2. Like all of that map control you were counting on is gone. Yeah, and that incendiary will be beaten, bro. He's so flashed. By the time he gets his vision back, they're in the sight. He makes himself known. A 1-for-1 into the site. KENSI makes it better for forZe, but it's on to Flit here, playing around the Molotov, and that actually enabled him to find a pretty uncontested frag. Look how much he's obscured by that black smoke. And Hades getting a bit threatening now. Look at the shots he's capable of hitting. That's the
bed to lie in. Back towards B they go again. This is a half upgrade here, and one more time for good measure.
Off we go. Oh, and dycha drive-by onto almazer puts KENSI onto a heavy notice. The whole team's here. They're already planting. KENSI's yet to even unload his mag. He will choose to do so now, and it looked good for 2 frags. Gets nothing. Jerry better deliver and has. Now they're cowering in that position, hiding on the truck. Spinx caught through the smoke, and yeah, it will just be the bomb plant for ENCE. I say, as D has silenced M4, good for a pair. Smoking a kit. This shouldn't fall out of favor forZe. Oh my lord, they get the 9th, but not for lack of trying. dycha 1 frag away there.
That was 2 rounds in a row. Looks like different is on the agenda. Over towards mid they go. Bit of a fumbled, flubbed movement there, and that's going to cost KENSI his life. He will go 1-for-1.
Yeah, that's huge. In jungle position, it's held by Flit. Oh, and he's looking good today, yeah. Straight to the head of dycha. He reacts by actually going B, so there is a gap. Snappi brave to be walking the bomb first, and with his back turned to jungle, no less. Jerry pushed up Tetris. There's a hard one to break here. Oh, but he was ready for it. And now zorte on CT. Flit controls it onto Hades, and a tag. Oh, he's dead. Just catching it. Snappi, evades it. The polygons are on Snappi's side, and now with the bomb ticking, Doto perhaps can come up clutch. Flash to rot the clock as best he can. Doto contending with 2 here, and I think he knows it. Oh my god! Both in the same spray, and disappears as well. Looks like ENCE, courtesy of Doto and Snappi, have recovered this one. zorte to come up clutch. They're going around the world on him. It's planted perfectly for him, and he's trying to close gaps that don't exist. Loudly now, Snappi will know this. zorte's just not got time, and Doto,
brilliant.
He'll complete the set. That's 4 from him. He gets shot in the bottom if he's not careful here.
See what he's looking up? He's extending his torso, you know, just so he seems a bit thinner. Okay, it worked. He got 1 out of it. We'll take that.
Don't force anything there. Oh, I love that out, KENSI. You're so low. Ooh. Oh, and zorte's USP. I think he threw a one-way there. He had vision on Spinx. Spinx sees nothing but grey. almazer, yeah, neutralized. dycha getting chipped away at zorte. If you could just play your life now. Survival integral. More damage from zorte.
How is he alive?
I can't believe dycha is alive. That's some damn good Kevlar he invested in. Some unicorn hair woven in there. And if Hades doesn't clear, KENSI needed that. Okay, forZe with this deagle eco victory could really give them the juice they need back in the tank. Thank you, zorte. Full team executes. They've been dry running lots. Let's see how good this one slaps. Flit has vision, and he's taken Hades out immediately. Jerry, multiple targets. He's looking a bit overwhelmed with his options, and Snappi into the site does well. KENSI needs a pair of frags. He's lingered in the smoke for long enough. They've passed him. Surely they've forgotten about him. If his team could just survive a second longer, he'd have vision. And this is the strike. 2 with their backs turned. He can't even finish off a second, and that's the end of that.
All eyes aren't drawn on clearing that out, but just getting that smoke spam through. almazer goes.
You can tuck into ramp. Now, this is potent. And that's a miss, an unforgivable one. Chance for Jerry's dig. He does so well to find 2. Flip from behind, trying to say play on, and he has. What a recovery. Jerry with a pair on
system, because here we go again. Guns back out.
That's got to get the juices flowing, Chad. I mean, you're going to be so hyped. Doto playing a very different video game as he lands straight into the head. Still a 4-on-4. We can chill our beans, but it doesn't look like ENCE planned to. The nade hurts, but the element of surprise is still there. Maybe not. Jerry doesn't look surprised at all.
Starting to heat up now, aren't they?
Hello, hello. Another pair from Jerry.
It's looking like what we were expecting out of forZe. They're just walking out, taking fights. Pump spotted here. Finish the kill there.
Oh.
Gets gifted an opportunity. So now we have a 2-on-3 situation, and looks like forZe have a pretty good idea where they need to defend.
Loud. Mantle heard him. KENSI is unaware as to Snappi's location, and this is the flash for the frag. Gobbles it up. KENSI's dead, no rebuttal. almazer pivots to the window, and now he's missed his shot. They can't let this one slip. Already the man advantage has been neutralized, and they're still under the thumb, under the screws. Zorte has to be patient about this Palace push. Has to be. Head on a swivel, they're out, and Hades has delivered the frag. forZe are faltering here. Bomb to be planted, almazer asked to clutch. He knows where Snappi was. Hades. Oh, and another miss on the AWP. It's 15 for ENCE, and one straight. Getting Mantu vibes from him.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, hello. Spinx looking to finish it off right here and now. Maybe Jerry has something to say about it. Knows there was one in Palace. He's very much between two minds, and it leads to his demise, and so will forZe fall. Doto books another, and yeah, this one's over. ENCE, a ticket to the round of 8, next stage of competition. And beating forZe in 2, breaking their record, Chad. There it is, the record ends at 17, forZe concede. Mirage no longer undefeated.